So here we are with Artio, and how are you guys today?
Yeah, good. Enjoying lockdown 3.0 as much as we can. But yeah, good. Yeah, as much as we can.
That's all you can do, I guess. So how actually has quarantine impacted you guys?
And it's been more positive than negative, but like when it happened, we were midway through a tour. So we were really gutted, and we were like, we just released an EP, so obviously we were doing like, you know, the rounds of the EP, and that basically didn't really get a little moment, which was kind of sad. But then we wrote 3 more EPs, so we're like, she's not relevant anymore. But we did a load of writing, and I mean, production boy, we just like record and produce everything by ourselves. We don't require a studio or like to go anywhere. So when it was like mega lockdowns and, you know, like you can't leave the house, we were still able to make music from 3 different houses. So we actually were able to kind of flourish a bit, and we've grown significantly because it gave us a load of time to kind of focus on our social media presence and like really engage with our fans by like starting a Discord and like playing Minecraft with them on the regular, and like it just, we managed to build a really strong connection with everyone because we couldn't see them on tour, and our like followers that aren't even in the UK, we wouldn't see them anyway.
Just being able to do all these things that are like equally as beneficial as playing shows that you wouldn't have been able to do in any other circumstance, I think has been really good for us. Like getting a Discord and focusing more on our social media and stuff, it's just been equally as beneficial. So we're kind of glad that we've had the chance to focus on all that stuff as well.
Gotta admit, I'm loving the idea of an official Minecraft server. That is.
Oh yeah, we've built an Artio museum, and it has all the memes in it. And there's like my dogs are foxes, and there's a parrot that's my buckbeak, like my budgie. Like it's excellent, and everyone has a house, and there's a map. And
also, did you just say your budgie was called Buckbeak?
Yeah,
I love that so much.
He's blue, so.
Going off that, what Harry Potter houses are you guys?
I'm a Ravenclaw. I took the quiz and I have the scarf, so.
Yeah, I haven't actually taken like the official quiz.
You're a Hufflepuff.
But you've always said that I'm a Hufflepuff. So.
I'm sorry. Can you hear him?
Yep. It's fine.
He heard his mention and he's trying to get the limelight now.
Yeah. You called me.
You summoned me.
Yes, my people need me.
So, how did you guys actually get into? Obviously, you're an alt pop band. How did this come about? What are the origins? Fancy origin story?
The origin story.
The origin story of Artio. Well, I've known Ewan for 4 or 5. I've known you for 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we've known Rob for like 4 years.
Yeah.
And we've all been gigging in the same music scene since we were like 15. 14. 14. So everyone's been in the same circles for ages, and we've all been in different bands, and we've played the same terrible shows and then some really great shows and the same venues, and everyone like is just around everybody all the time. And we hung out a lot, and then Ewan was like, oh, I've written this track, and I sang over it to like vent, and we were like, this is really cool. So that was the first Artio song, but it wasn't an Artio song, it was a private SoundCloud link until we decided we wanted to actually do it. So then we started playing live. We originally had a different guitarist, but kind of wasn't vibing, and then we were like, we need somebody who's like dedicated and really talented and can be really quick with everything, but also like we need some like comedy gold, we need some content, and the only person with enough chaos and talent was Rob. So we were like, Rob, come here boy, and he did like 3 or 4 shows with us to fill in because I was the guitarist at the time, had a load of stuff going on, and then we were like, Rob just fits so perfectly, and so then we were like, yeah, Rob's here. And that was September 2019 was when Rob became an official member, but Artio began in October 2018. The first song was written. And then we've been gigging with Rob for like, well, from September 2019 till March 2020. and then obviously COVID, but we've been like filming loads of stuff, and it was just like a big mishmash of I do this, you do that, they do that, boom, we're a band, let's do it, boys. And that's what happened.
Exactly, just like that.
Yeah, fair enough. I've got a lot of the chaos of life bringing everyone together, I guess.
Oh yeah,
that's Rob.
If you want chaos, you need to call Rob. If you want disorder, you need to call Rob.
Obviously, you've had 2 EPs so far, and you said you've already written some more. So, can we get the tea?
Well, we've released 3 EPs, and we have written. We released Sedative in 2019, then we released Backbone in just before COVID, and then we released Standalone and Do Dance in September, and then we've written a lot more. We essentially wrote an album, and we're like, yeah. So we just went, and that is at some point this year. We have done a lot of planning. We are very tired, but we have a single coming out on the 29th, which may or may not be the lead single from something else. And we filmed that music video in November, and that's coming out as well on the 29th. So we have a lot of stuff that we've been working on because all of us lost our jobs. So we
not ideal.
No, it wasn't ideal. We were furloughed for a bit, and then they were like, bye. We were furloughed for a while, and then they were like, so we had a lot of time and a lot of emotions. So a lot of stuff got written. A lot of stuff got written.
So obviously, you've just brought up on the 29th, you've got Billionaire's Nightmare coming out. What can you give us some spice about that?
Oh, I can provide the spice. Yes. Well, the song itself was kind of like didn't. We had another song planned to be the first single for this year, and that was planned for a bit further down the line. But we'd kind of been messing around with an idea of something, and like Ewan was doing like the music for it, like the track, and Isla was like, I want to write a weird song about money, and it was weird. And then we got an email from the record label Killing Moon, and they were like, we've heard you guys on a playlist and we want you to be on a next compilation album. Do you have like a new song we could put on it? And bearing in mind, like Killing Moon have released and like helped the careers of like Idols, Slaves, Fickle Friends, like all these bands that we like look up to. And I was just like, Ewan, we need a song now. And they were like, great, have you got a new song? I was like, we have like a draft.
We told them we had a new song and we didn't have a new song.
We did. Basically, so, it was.
Little White Lie never hurt anyone.
It was an embryo. It wasn't embryo. So she wasn't there, and they were like, great, we need the artwork, the master, and the video in 3 weeks. And we just went, because normally we work 6 months ahead, and we had to pull it off, and we did.
Yeah, I think that's one of the plus sides of us being able to do everything that we do just from like the laptop at home, which is we don't take that for granted, and a lot of bands don't have that. Or they don't have the privilege of being able to do that, so I think that really helped us turn things around at the speed that we did everything.
We had to do a video, and then we had the artwork from the video. So like I had a week to get like a 10-person cast and a concept and a location, and we went round
while keeping it all COVID safe. And we went around Leeds City Centre for like 4 hours one day trying to find a location that was discreet enough that no one would call the police. And I mean, we had like it was legal. We had a permit. It was art. It was work. Did it, and then we sent everything to them, and they were like, "Cool." And they were like, "It's coming out the 29th of January. Is that Gucci with you?" And we were like, "Yeah." So then we had to get all the promo, another photo shoot. We had to do like everything else, get the merch done, which we've just launched, and it's real fire. And we basically had like 2 months to turn around an entire release, which normally we spend about 6 months getting an entire release done. So it was a little bit stressful, but we did it. And she's here, she's ready to go. Yeah,
I'm real excited.
Ethan mentioned that a while ago you came out as bisexual. I've obviously got my trans flag in the background, pride and all that. Woo!
I've got my flag somewhere. Like, wait, I can't. It's somewhere.
Yeah, it's always somewhere. So, what do you have? How did you sort of discover this? Like, I hate using the word journey, but what's your journey?
Well, I've always been like raised in a very open-minded family, and there was never any stress on like you have to marry a man and you have to do this and you have to be this, because like my mum was like 80s punk gal with the neon pink tutu and the big chunky docks, and like she was everything. My mum was everything. So like there was never any like stress on who you were gonna be. And I grew like my family's into music and like, you know, so everything's about expression. And I got to high school, and obviously, you know, you're like, oh, who do I have a crush on? Because it's really popular to have crushes on people. And I've like mostly been out with guys. But then I was like, one day I was like, I like girls the same way I like guys. Vibe. But I didn't really feel like I needed to tell anybody, because I was like, it's just a part of who I am. And I don't really feel the need to like announce it, because I don't want it to be like this thing when it's just who I am. So I put it off for like 3-4 years. You and Rob have known for ages. And then when we like this year, I kind of had this feeling of like, you know, we have an amazing fan base, but so many of them are like part of the LGBTQ plus community, and so many of them kind of like look up to us and talk to us. And in our Discord, we have a specific thing of like, your nickname has to have your pronouns in it. And everything is about like accepting people, and people were coming to us and being like, oh, I'm really scared, you know, my family don't know like this about them, my family don't know this. And I was like, do you know what, there's a piece of me in them and a piece of them in me, and I'm not even saying it, I'm not even like representing them, even though I am. And I felt like it was really important to actually say it, so that people can look at it and be like, oh, actually, you know, they do have a part of me in it, and they're part of my community, and I can feel safe talking to them. Because there's sometimes a stigma about talking to people like who, you know, well, straight people, and you're like, and coming out to them, and there's sometimes that thing of like they're never gonna get it, so there's no point. And I was like, I just want them to know that like we are a safe space for them to feel like they belong, because we are like, we're a part of them. And I just wanted to be honest, because I was kind of bored of like wanting to share pictures and things and feeling like, oh, well, nobody knows that I'm bi anyway, and I just don't want to deal with the argument. And then it got to New Year's Eve, and I was just like, I just want to like actually say what I'm thinking and express what I'm feeling. And I went and said to my mum, and I was like, Mum, she went, what? And he goes, you know how I like guys? And she went, yeah. And I was like, well, I also like girls. And she went, oh, okay. And that was it. Then she got back to her jigsaw. So
I do respect that.
I was like, yeah. And then that was it. And then I told everybody, and I put it in the Discord, and I was like, guys, I'm fine just gonna say it. I'm bi. I just wanted to actually be honest with myself and honest with everybody else.
Thank you so much for coming on. It was lovely to meet you.
Yeah, same.
Awesome.
Thanks to meet you as well.